The seventh installment in the Harry Potter franchise brings us Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. To kick this one off, Harry is at his aunt and uncle's house, but they are leaving because the Order of the Phoenix told them it is dangerous to be around Harry right now, and the magical protection associated with their house is about to end once Harry turns 17. Next, jump over to Malfoy Manor, where Voldemort is meeting with his most trusted Death Eaters so they can plan the murder of Harry Potter now that Dumbledore is dead. Snape tells Voldemort that Harry Potter will be moved to a secret hideout the night he turns 17, and that will be the best time to kill him. Voldemort understands that he can't kill Harry with his wand because they share the same core, so he orders Lucius to give him his to get the job done. Back to Harry, who is waiting at his aunt and uncle's house. But then Hermione, Ron, and others members of their group arrive so they can escort Harry to the private hideout. Moody tells Harry that 6 others are going to take Polyjuice Potion to take on the appearance of himself, so Voldemort won't know which one of them is the real Harry on the way. Hermione, Ron, the Weasley twins, Fleur Delacour, and 2 others drink the potion and transform into Harry. They all fly to the burrow, and the real Harry goes with Hagrid on his flying motorbike. But on the way, Death Eaters show up and Hedwig tries saving Harry. But Voldemort realizes Hedwig would only try to save the real Harry and tries killing him. But their wands meet and Voldemort's loses and Harry escapes. Hedwig sadly was killed though. When they get to the burrow, a few are injured after being attacked, but everyone makes it there safe except for Mad-Eye Moody, who was killed during the flight. That night, Harry tries leaving alone, but Ron stops him and tells them they need to go to Bill and Fleur's wedding, and then they will leave to hunt Horcruxes together. The following day, the new Minister of Magic, Rufus Scrimgeour, shows up to deliver some items to Ron, Hermione, and Harry that Dumbledore left them in his will. Ron was left his Deluminator, Hermione was left a kid's book, and Harry was left the golden snitch he caught in his very first Quidditch game at Hogwarts. That night, everyone attends Bill and Fleur's wedding, and it goes wonderful until Death Eaters show up trying to kill Harry. Mass mayhem erupts, so Hermione grabs Harry and Ron and apparates to the city to get away. They sit down to have coffee, but then Death Eaters show up there as well, and Hermione is able to stun them before they kill Harry, and she erases their memory before they leave. The trio goes to 12, Grimmauld Place, as they believe it is empty, and they talk about Horcruxes, and they want to find where the real locket is, as serious as bother Regulus had at last. Kreacher, the Black's house elf, spills the beans that he believes Mundungus Fletcher had the locket the last he knew. Harry orders Kreacher to go find him and bring him back, and since Harry inherited Kreacher after Sirius's death, he has to follow his orders. Kreacher brings Mundungus back, and Dobby arrives with them as well. Mundungus tells Harry he had the locket, but Dolores Umbridge took it from him. Harry, Ron, and Hermione then use Polyjuice Potion to disguise themselves as workers from the Ministry of Magic. When they get there, they are shocked to learn Scrimgeour was killed recently, and a Death Eater took over as Minister of Magic. After sneaking through the ministry, go to the courtroom that Dolores is leading and stun her, and then take the locket off of her neck. They sprint away and have spells fired at them by magical law enforcement, but they are eventually able to get away with the Horcrux locket by apparating away. They end up in some forest, but are upset to see that Ron was hit by one of the spells and his arm is badly injured. Hermione says he will survive, and then she puts a magical enchantment around them so no one will see them walking by. They sleep for the night, and the next day, they try destroying the locket, but no spells are working, and Ron is upset Dumbledore didn't tell them how to destroy the Horcruxes. Throughout the day, Harry keeps having visions of Voldemort hunting something down, killing anyone that gets in his way. That night, Death Eaters walk by, but since Hermione put the magical barrier around them, they can't see her. The next few days, the trio continues their journey looking for more Horcruxes, and Ron is starting to lose his patience and is getting jealous of how close Hermione and Harry are. He's been wearing the locket, and whoever wears it thinks dark thoughts because it is a dark magical object. One night, Hermione realizes that Tom Riddle's diary was a Horcrux, and Harry destroyed it with a basilisk fang and killed the basilisk with the sword of Gryffindor. She believes these magical objects are what they need to destroy the Horcruxes. Ron then walks in the tent and yells at Harry and says he doesn't want to do this anymore. Harry told Ron not to come, and he was the one that suggested going with. Ron says he made a mistake, so he's going home, and he gets even more upset when Hermione stays with Harry. Hermione and Harry continue on with the mission, but Harry sees how sad Hermione is that Ron is gone, and he comforts her and says they're going to finish this together and end it all. Hermione tells Harry they need to find the Sword of Gryffindor, so they apparate to Godric's Hollow, the neighborhood Harry's parents died in, to look for it. They meet with the woman that wrote the History of Magic book, Bathilda Bagshot, because she knew Dumbledore well. Harry asks her if she knows where the sword is, but she doesn't say anything, and then out of nowhere, she transforms into Nagini, Voldemort's snake. Nagini tries to kill Harry, but Hermione is able to apparate them away before he is bitten. Harry is upset when Hermione tells him that his wand snapped when they apparated away from Godric's Hollow. When he is on guard that night, he sees a doe Patronus checking on him in the woods, and he wonders whose Patronus it is. He follows the Patronus into a frozen lake where he finds the Sword of Gryffindor at the bottom. He starts having visions of Voldemort until Ron shows back up and pulls him out of the lake. He came back to finish what they started. They then test their theory, and Ron is able to destroy the Horcrux locket with the Sword of Gryffindor. Harry tells Ron they now only have 3 to go, and then all the Horcruxes will be destroyed. They don't know what they are, though. Hermione tells Ron and Harry she wants to go talk to Xenophilius Lovegood, Luna's father, because she has a feeling he has information they'll want after reading the book Dumbledore left her in his will. They go visit his house in the countryside, and Luna isn't there, but Xenophilius invites them in for tea. Hermione asks him about this symbol she keeps seeing everywhere, and he says is it the symbol of the 3 Deathly Hallows. It's a magical urban legend that 3 objects were created by death many centuries ago, and if they are all in one person's possession, they become the master of death. The 3 objects are the Elder Wand, the most powerful wand in the world, the Resurrection Stone, which can temporarily connect the holder with the dead, and the third one is the Invisibility Cloak, which Harry already owns. When it is time for the trio to leave, Xenophilius says he is sorry because he just told the Death Eaters they were there because they kidnapped Luna and he wants his daughter back. Death Eaters try capturing Harry, but Hermione is able to apparate them away before they get him. But the forest they went to, there were already Death Eaters there before Hermione could set up the force field, and they are chased down. Harry is stunned by one, and he has another vision that shows Voldemort hunting down the Elder Wand, which is one of the Deathly Hallows and the most powerful wand in the world. He asks a former holder where it is, and the man tells him it lies with Dumbledore in his grave. The Death Eaters take Harry, Ron and Hermione to Malfoy Manor to verify they are really who they've been after, as Hermione put a curse on the Harry that makes him look different than normal. Bellatrix asks Draco if this is Harry Potter, and he lies and says he doesn't know. Draco may be turning over a new leaf. Bellatrix throws Harry and Ron in the cellar until they can figure out what to do, and down in the basement is also Luna Lovegood, a goblin named Griphook, and Ollivander, the man who owns the wand shop. Harry has no idea what to do, but then Dobby apparates into the room with them, and he says he is there to save his friend, Harry Potter. Dobby frees them from the basement, and they come up to save Hermione from Bellatrix. A little battle breaks out, and right when Bellatrix is about to kill Hermione, Dobby drops a chandelier which causes Hermione to get free, and he grabs the good guys and apparates away with them, but not before Bellatrix threw a knife at them. They end up on some beach, and everyone seems to be alive and in good shape except for Dobby, who was hit by the knife Bellatrix threw. Sadly, Dobby dies in Harry's arms, and it's one of the saddest deaths of the whole series because Dobby had such a good heart. Harry buries him on the beach and says he will finish what he started in Dobby's honor. Elsewhere, Voldemort goes to Dumbledore's grave, and he steals the Elder Wand into his own possession. The darkest wizard in the world now owns the most powerful wand in the world. And that is it for this one. Hope you can check out part 2 and the grand finale of the Harry Potter movie series. Thanks for watching.